Never did I think I would see it. I have to say, shout out the team. Shout out the team so far. What have we seen? We first off, we chose to take the ball on the opening drive, which is is kind of against what you'd expect. The eight. You kind of want to get defense that way you can potentially score twice in a row at the end of the first half and then get the ball back. Anywho, you in the past we've seen that with confident offenses who want to set a tone and stuff. Najee Harris, right off the rip. What a drive. Where'd that drive come from? Okay, Matt Canada and company. Now, there's so many things to factor in here. One, Matt Canada is actually calling plays from the sideline, which is something I've been talking about for a while. Um, and people talk about it all the time. There's been coaches who will change mid-game because they don't like, maybe up in the booth, they don't like that they don't have there's something about the conversations that you hear on the sideline. You actually get to see your offense. Like, let's say it's a 4th and 1 and a crucial point, right? And there's a TV timeout. Oh, there's a TV timeout. So offense goes to the sideline. There's something about like your offensive lineman looking you as a coach in the eyes and saying, "Coach, let us go for it." Right? So there's coaches who want to get down there and feel the pulse of the team, and then there are times where coaches are like, "I'm not getting a good sense tactically of what's going on. I want to go up into the booth." So, anyways, Matt Canada on the ground. We chose to take the ball first, which is something. If it doesn't pay off, wow. Credit to Matt Canada and the boys. Not only did they go score a touchdown, but even if they didn't score, one of the cool things was like, not to be facetious or whatever, but we scored or we scored a touchdown, which was dope. We scored, which was dope. But no. Our offense has been so bad this year. I was just stoked that we had gotten the first down on the opening drive. Once we, boom, got that first down, not only did we get a first down on the opening drive, we converted a 3rd down to do it. No way. Never thought I'd see the day. Darnell Washington got a catch? What? Najee? Let's go. All right, so today I've been trying. I have shirts on like 6 different places on racks here and a closet here. So the last 2 days I've been taking all of my shirts and stuff off of racks and putting them and then going through them and like getting a collection of them ready to take and give away, Goodwill, whatever. Um, and then obviously reorganizing the ones that I want to keep. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go in shirts. Fantastic to have Cam Hayward back, especially for this game, given Derrick Henry. Um, but uh, it sucks not having Minka. It really is a bummer not being able to have a freaking game where we can have both, like the whole defense. It's been like that because if you go back to early, like last season, right, first game of the year, um, TJ gets hurt for a month and a half, 2 months. So it's the way it is. It is a tough, tough, tough sport. All right, hopefully that fixes the chat thing. All right, 1st and 10. They're on their own 10-yard line. Come on, defense, get after it. Oh, I like what we did there with Highsmith. Good stop, D. Um, you know, when you have two edge pass rushers, it's so easy to just visualize one on one side, one on the other, right? Bookends. We also know great defensive coordinators and great pass rushers get they like move there. That's one thing that you could say as a critique of TJ Watt is he doesn't get moved around a lot in the sense that he doesn't get line up in the A gap or he won't line up on the left like Micah Parsons will do. But we do. I mean, TJ does move around. I mean, we saw his intercept. Oh, speaking of him, oh, he was getting close to Will Levis. Smart decision by Will to just check it down there on 2nd and 9. But flag. Uh, anyways, Micah, you can move him around. TJ got an interception last week against the Rams, so it shows, that, but he's typically plays on the Steelers' left-hand side or the offense's right? Anywho, right there on that first down, we had TJ still there, but Highsmith was essentially lined up over the right guard. All right, I'll be right back. I got to change shirts. Actually, I'll wait for the next commercial break. It's interesting how DRM works, which is like digital. Oh, do they call a? Oh my god, they call a roughing the passer on TJ for that? I guess because he like followed through. Damn, they were about to have a 3rd and 3 from their own 16-yard line instead of 1st and 10 from 30. Good defense so far, and don't. I mean, he's gonna get some yards. I actually saw a stat this week about Derrick Henry where it's just like where how do I word this? Like, how was it worded? Basically, from whenever he gets his first contact, he's guaranteed to get at least 2.5 yards after that. So, of course, I mean, that doesn't mean every time he runs the ball, they get at least 2.5 yards. He could be hit a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage and maybe only get back. But, all right. Oh, they did the motion. Wallace followed him. Oh my gosh, what are they going to call now? Um, his line, Will Levis's line, the Titans line gave him good pass protection there, which we don't like to see. Delivers the ball. I got to call holding in the back end. Illegal contact. Oh, Patrick Peterson. Suck me. Okay, 1st and 10 from Highsmith. We pressured him well there. Oh, the Titans fans are probably asking for another roughing the passer. Oh, I don't like to see Highsmith wins, gets pressure. Will Levis actually has to step up in his pocket. It's great pocket awareness and footwork by Levis to feel that on his backside and just step up. But someone else had one up the middle, kept the pressure up. But Highsmith looked like he had a little gimp. Alex Highsmith reminds me of Alex Oxlade, Chamberlain, the like freckles. All right, 2nd and 10. They're on their own 40-yard line. We're 8:18 left. Is the game cast? How far away is the game cast here? Excuse me. So I'm at third down and 9, right? Yeah, third and 8. Okay, we're about close. The timer. So the game cast is pretty spot on. It looks like, but the that scoreboard at the top is what's a little traily. Oh, they drop it low. It's a like designs kind of like screen. Oh wow, not great tackling from us. And great freaking fighting by Spears. I do think he's short. All right, fourth and one. Wild Henry. So they got it. They direct snap to Derrick Henry. Woo, boom. He gets the edge on us. It looked like two Steelers. One. So I thought the Steeler who had the best chance to make the tackle, I think, was Cole Holcomb. It was, and oh man. So I think Keanu Neal actually effed up Cole Holcomb there a little bit. I like Keanu Neal, but so Cole Holcomb's there. He's trying to like strafe and waiting to like make the move to go with him horizontally. And it looks like Keanu Neal puts his hand on the back of Holcomb a little bit, maybe to push him forward. And I think it's right when Holcomb looked like he was trying to strafe horizontally, and it caused him to stumble. Uh-oh, keep your edge there, Joey Porter Jr. Well done. Damn, I mean, so there's bad and good in that play right there by Joey Porter Jr. They run the ball and it kind of all gets collapsed, and then we have bad gap containment. Face mask on. Oh my! And then there's an extra bad. This whole drive has been aided from penalties. It all started with they would have had a 3rd and 3 from their own 16, and they give them the roughing the passer on TJ. I mean, it is a pass interference on Joey Porter Jr. But they run it. We have poor like edge and gap containment, and it allows it to become basically a one-on-one with Joey Porter Jr. and their running back who's looking to bust it wide. And so the bad is initially like just looking at Joey Porter Jr.'s part of it. He sinks a little bit, gets a little too narrow, leaves too much width to be ran around. He then shows really good like lateral agility to kind of get back in a position to contest it. Uh-oh, Derek. Let's go. So the Titans try a little trickery on 1st and 10 here. Will Levis rolls to the right and he throws it back to Derrick Henry. I don't know if why did the Titans that was already 10 minutes? Wow, I wish you could make polls last longer, huh? That's what she said. And I don't know. I don't know if. So initially, it actually looked like it was going to be designed for Derrick Henry to throw it, but we kind of were already in his wheelhouse. So at first I thought he was like, "Screw it, I'm just taking it and run." But upon replay, I think it was always designed to be a normal screen where he catches it and runs. Whoa. I was talking about it with Matchy the other day. Our defense has rarely been able to play with a lead, both on the scoreboard empirically, but there's also the concept of how it may like. There's so many elements. Oh, that way we might have. Damn it, dude. So huge play. We get a sack, big loss, but I think we're gonna get flagged for offside. It looked like Joey Porter Jr. maybe had jumped. Someone had creeped across, I believe. Now I wasn't sure if he had gotten back. I thought he had went early, maybe had gotten himself back onside by the time the ball was snapped. And I think the referees are talking about that. Because the thing is, on the naked eye, it looks like, yeah, easy, offside, boom. But I actually think he got back in time. And DeAndre Hopkins over there trying to manipulate the refs. What are you, Barcelona? Two fouls. Yep. How many flags have we had in this game? And I'm not saying they're all wrong or whatever per se. Hell, even the TJ Watt one, why it sucks, and it's like the modern game. I mean, he did kind of a little bit go, kind of like land with his weight on him, and we know what that. And JJ Watt was just talking about that yesterday on Pat McAfee on how, as a pass rusher in the modern day game, and yes, even JJ would have played in that era where we were transitioning to more protect the quarterback, yada yada. And he's talking about there's techniques you learn, like there's sacking them and then learning to roll off of them, like sack and roll. So, oh, speaking of the throwback, oh, okay, so the Titans do it again. They roll Will to the right and they throw it back. This time to Hopkins, and this time he 100% was looking to throw it. But good discipline by us, good use of our eyes. We didn't give up anything easy, and we were kind of like in DeAndre Hopkins's little wheelhouse. So not I don't mean that like he's little. You know what I mean? It's basically like we were disciplined, so we didn't give the easy throw, and then he saw people around him, so he was like taking it right. And he wound up getting 5 yards from that, which is sad. Come on, defense. Like again, the offense went down the field, gave you a lead. There's a chance to play with a lead. But I was talking about they're gonna flag us again, aren't they? All right, 3rd and 5. Um, Obviously playing in the lead in the second half is much more crucial because teams are more, especially if it's a big lead. Teams are more likely to pass. Pass rushers can pin their ears back. Play actions aren't as much of a factor as much. But come on, defense, holding a field goal here, baby. Yeah, I wonder how many. I think they maybe had five. We've 5 penalties. Maybe six, but it's only five because we had two in one play, so one's declined. Come on, baby. TJ. Let's go. We're all over him. Let's go. So TJ had his. All right, I didn't want to sound like the bias, like, oh, on every play, oh, illegal hands to the face, oh, holding. But that one, it felt like their right tackle illegally used his hands on TJ's helmet. And so I was already on the process of saying that. Boom, we get pressure. Eventually, TJ Watt sacks him with no fucking helmet on. And then you see the flag symbol, and you're like, illegal hands to the face. The dude, oh my gosh, TJ Watt, the dude literally forks TJ's face mask and takes it off. And TJ just like, let me go get this sack real quick. He's a beast. He's a fucking beast. Very superstitious. All right. Will it show me the penalties? We got 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Very superstitious. The writing's on the wall. Come on, miss this. Yeah, 5 penalties. I call that. It wasn't really that hard to track. 5 for 45 yards, and then there was a 6, but obviously same play. I can't believe I had 8.3 yards per play. What? What? Let's go, baby. Big stand by the defense. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. I gotta change shirts and shit. Kenny, what are you doing there? Our second drive, okay, it's 2nd and 8. It's a pass play. Kenny's rolling out. It's one of those that, you talk about like with Will Levis last week, a good offensive coordinator um, gets your quarterback some easy throws at the beginning of the game, right? They move the pocket, they move the launch points, right? They get him into a rhythm, build him some confidence. In fairness, Matt Canada just did that. He actually dialed up a play at mint. See, and this is where Kenny just I actually like Kenny. I'm not one of those, but that one's all on Kenny. 2nd and 8, he calls up a play. If as soon as Kenny rolls, if he just lets go of the ball, it's Connor Hayward right there. And at minimum, if Connor just catches it and falls down, just literally catches it and sits his ass down, it's a 3 or 4 yard gain, and it makes it a 3rd and 4-ish, as opposed to a 3rd and 8-ish. And if any team in the league, dude, that's 2 plays on Kenny. That's 100% 2 plays on Kenny. I have been the biggest Fire Canada, but wow. 2nd and 8, just throw it. Just throw it into the flat. It's there. You move the pocket, easy throw, get 3 or 4 yards, have a 3rd and manageable. And he doesn't throw it. He holds onto it for an extra step. Second step, I even think. I then think he pump fakes it. Then he eventually throws it to him. So it's like, I always say, I mean, anyways, it's just like one of those where it's like, just throw it, you get 3rd or 4th. He doesn't, he waits, he hesitates, he even pump fakes. He eventually throws it to that person, and it's like a ball at the kneecap. And so, first off, that person, who I think was Connor Hayward, was already more covered because it was some 2 seconds later. So he's already more covered. Plus, it's a throw at his kneecap. Like, it wasn't even close to being caught, right? But it's one of those, throw it right away. He can catch it and maybe even gain a couple yards, right? Because it's early enough. They're not right on top of him. A good ball, good placement, he can turn upfield. But even a bad ball and just like it flat, just catch, boom, 3, 4 yards, 3rd manageable. All that said, that was on 2nd and 8. All that said, 3rd down, 3rd and 8, because he didn't take that, whatever, we get 3rd and 8. Canada dials up another good one. George Pickens on just a simple like 5 yard drag. It's 3rd and 8, mind you, but it's one of those where the play design has cleared out the right hand side there for us. George Pickens is running from left to right on a drag. Kenny overthrows him. George Pickens, a freak with a huge catch radius, even jumps and tries to he still gave an effort to try to catch it, and it wasn't even close, which should show and speak volumes on how overthrown that is when George Pickens actually gives an effort, and it's still way over him, right? So, anyways, back to back really poor plays from Kenny Pickett. You like for him to just let it go on 2nd down, and then on 3rd, yes, I shall add the caveat on that 3rd down throw. He was having to move. That was a throw slightly on the run because he had to step up in the pocket, and he does that well. He slides up. It's good footwork, good pocket awareness. He sees the route. The route's there. And it's one of the, yeah, I say it's about a 5 yard drag route in a 3rd and 8, but it was one of those, the right side was cleared. A good ball lets Pickens catch it on the run. And not only is he getting the 8 yards for the 1st down, he's likely getting 15 plus before has that second wave of potential tacklers. And we all know how dynamic George Pickens can be. He has he has 2 touchdowns this year where he's caught it at about, basically he's caught it, ran with the ball, and had to make someone miss about 15 yards down the field, and he's done that. Last week, he hurdled 2 dudes. So, anyways, really bad from Kenny. Poor decision on 2nd down, and then an overthrow on 3rd down when he has Pickens for at least 15 yards. Least. I'm back. 1st and 15. Titans have the ball on their own 30. Oh, great. Oh, man. Well done from Will Levis. Fuck. So first off, on that play, 1st and 15 at the end of the first quarter, Highsmith gets great pressure. I mean, Highsmith looks like he bull rushes their left tackle and essentially puts him in Will Levis's lap. Highsmith has literally single-handedly collapsed the pocket, put the left tackle in Will Levis's lap, and what was I gonna say? Oh, what up, BD? Um, yeah, it's one of those like great play by Alex Highsmith. Boom, left tackle in his lap, but Will Levis almost poised beyond his years. It's one of those things like, you know what I mean? Like you don't need a pocket. You just freaking get the ball out of your hands however you can, and he finds and it goes back to that Kenny on 2nd and 8. Kenny has a guy, Connor Hayward, in the flats, 3-4 yard gain at minimum. But you never know. Like they can make play. Let playmakers make plays. Will Levis, 1st and 15, looks like he's about to get sacked for 3 or 4 more yards. Instead, he just dumps it off, gets what he can, and that receiver winds up getting, I don't know, 12 yards, and now it's like 2nd and 4. Yeah, like people will definitely talk about the miss to Pickens because that one's obvious, and the replay shows like Pickens going up for it and it being way over his head. Obviously, 3rd down's easier to remember, but that's 2nd down. Him not throwing it, boom, and it's a good play by Canada. He gets the moving pocket. Whoa, Kenny Pickett's athletic. He did the fake slide like 2 years ago. Let him move. Canada let him move. Throw the ball. Yep, 11 yards. 1st and 15. It went from Alex Highsmith getting a sack, and Highsmith didn't like whiff. It's just a great play by Will Levis to absorb the left tackle in his sternum. Boom, dump it off. Guy takes a 4 yard and just squirms his way up for 11. Um, oh shit, it's back from commercial break. See, this is the miss on 3rd down we were just talking about. Like again, it's good. You love his pocket awareness, his footwork. He climbs the pocket and just lets it sell. Dude, and see this, I was describing this. I was like, dude, it's at least look how it's a good route design by Canada. Clears out the right hand side, a good ball, and it's at least like a 15 yard gain. A great ball, and with Pickens in the open field, this could be a touchdown. Well, I was also upset the play before this on second down. He rolls out to the right. He has Connor Hayward for a 3-4 yard gain on 2nd and 8, and he pump fakes and then eventually throws it at his knees. Um, Pop, pop, boop. Let's go. Held him to a forced a punt. Ooh, oh, Austin. Oh, dude. Building returns. You take wallops. Calvin Austin did well to get some yards. He's probably got at least 10. Although he fielded it at the 5, so maybe it goes. I don't know. After he beat the first man, I thought he was going to go right. His right. Let's go. But that's all right. That was just a bad drive. Um, Maybe he was on too much of a high after the first drive. It'll help if we can run the ball well on these first two downs. We do hand the ball off to Najee. We get about 2 or 3. We do one of those like hand it off, we're in the gun, hand it to Najee, and then Kenny fakes like he's throwing a screen, but the ball's already been handed off. Second and 8, we target Pickens on a slant, and Pickens wanted a pass interference. He felt like he was draped on him. It didn't look like it to me live. Is he there early? It's tough to tell. Pickens maybe should have caught that. I mean, he is draped over him. It's hard. It's almost impossible to tell there if it was early. All right, 3rd and 8. Come on, pick it up. We got this. Step up in the pocket. Oh, he throws it deep. Let's go. Good. Oh, he dropped it. It's another one of dude. This kind of reminds me of the 49ers game in a way. Other than like the score line, but in the fact that Canada dials up a great play to Pickens, drag 3rd and 8, big play. Kenny overthrows him. There, Kenny delivers another great play call. Austin gets open. Kenny delivers a good ball. I mean, sure, if it was a perfect ball, does Calvin Austin get to run into it and just saunter into the end zone? Sure. But I mean, that's still like a 30, 40 yard ball. Good, and you got to catch that. That's a big play, really juices up your offense. You potentially can go no huddle. It opens up the playbook. You're, 1st and 10, whole quarter to go at midfield, and he drops it. Oh, that's harsh. But I bring up the 49ers game because that was a game that felt like while Canada naturally got 90% of the blame, if you go back to that game, there were drops. So play was there. Kenny delivered, dropped the ball. And then there were ones where play delivered, Kenny missed the throw. And then there were some where it's just play wise, conceptually, like the jet sweeps or the very predictable, you're going to run here. So we run very vanilla. That was there, but yeah, like Kenny misses Pickens. Austin drops it. That's okay. Our defense still has a lead to work with. Good field position. Where are they starting at? They're 27. This is what I probably should just move this above it like that. Ooh, that works. You can still see the scoreboard. Um, this guy, I don't know who he is, but is this the receiver? No. Uh, looks like Kenny could have led him a tad more on the deep ball. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, if you watch me describe sports and stuff, sometimes I'm like, a good. Oh, hold on. Whoa, don't mean to show this. No, no, no. Get it off my screen. Um, I'm like with the Pickens one, I described it as like a good ball and it's at least a 10, 11 yarder. A great ball and it's at least a 15 yarder. With the Pickens drag, right? Sometimes there's the perfect throw that truly, they don't have to break stride. You throw them open, throw them away from a defender. All right, they got first and 10. So, yeah, agreed. Pickett could have led him. It's probably a touchdown. He saunters in. DeAndre got open on Joey Porter. Ooh, trying to make more. Um, but at the same time, given he had missed overthrown Pickens on the play before, you almost forgive Kenny for wanting to make sure he doesn't overthrow that one. And then, so at that point, your receiver, who also is your punt returner, who just fielded a punt. And I'd say I was like, "Ooh, he got walloped there. Punt returning, kick returning. It's tough. Maybe he's still shaking up a little bit from that, but you got to make that catch if you're Calvin Austin there. All the talk about our offense. Look at that. Derrick. Goes back to what I was saying early in the game. On second down there, Derrick Henry runs the ball and he gets not just contacted, well and truly tackled about 2 yards from the line of scrimmage. I think they gained six ish. And again, not contacted with where he could like stiff arm or like lower the. No, no, no. Well and truly tackled. He is the, you know what I mean? Like he is tackled about 2 yards from the line of scrimmage, but he is just him and the mass of the inertia of it all gained 2-3 extra yards, and now it's a 2nd and 6 instead of a 2nd and 8. What a beast, dude. Like he was not going through that collision and looking like he was still going to be up. He was on his way down and still carried just for 2 or 3. Incredible. All right, 2nd and 6. I can send someone in motion. Will in the shotgun play action. We got pressure right up on the rip. We send a blitz up the middle. Oh, ball's out too. Maybe I think it's I can't pronounce. No, I forget how to pronounce his name. It's like Ojin Wobi or something. Maybe who is that? Oh, Golden question mark. Yep, it was Marcus Golden. Golden with great get off there. Unbelievable. Literally, as soon as the ball snapped, he like great acceleration and like use of his arm to get across the right guard. So basically, as soon as the ball snapped, the right guard is already basically trying to hold him just for a second. You know what I mean? He's already by him in a flash. Great get off and great technique to like flash his shoulder across the right guard. So by that point, it's just we got bodies. Oh my god! Well done by Will Levis again. Damn, bro. I had him in my college fantasy 2 years ago. I was high on him in the draft, although all the things at the draft were a bit corny. We get pressure on him. Both at his like two people. First, someone gets pressure and he actually kind of just it's the subtle things. It's what Tom Brady was so good at, that people didn't give him credit for in terms of like mobility is just sometimes you don't even sometimes there's the well and truly you stepping up in the pocket, and then sometimes it's just like sliding a little bit. You know what I mean? Just like whoop, scoop. But you might not even move your feet really. You just move your shoulders. Anyway, dude, my chair is so annoying. Um, but yeah, shout out Will Levis on that play. We get pressure initially, boom, and he kind of rolls by it, And then another one is basically tackles him as he's letting it go, and he still finds a guy who had gotten open in the zone coverage for 3rd and 13, and they picked it up. Sucks from our point of view, but again, that's like we get the plays there, pressure's there. It didn't look like our pass rusher took a terrible angle or was like clumsy. Just again, savvy from Will to kind of like, you know, shift. All right, 1st and 10, 10 minutes to go, almost 11. TJ Watt looking hungry, just switched his footwork. Oh, they're running to away from him. Derrick Henry's a big lad. He got three ish. Tennessee Titans, 31 undrafted players have played in a game this season. 13 have started undrafted. That's impressive. Then again, with them trading for DeAndre and well, never mind. I was gonna say they might not have had a lot of picks, but they also traded away AJ Brown. So I don't know, dude. Oh, my chair. Maybe I just lean forward. All right, they run it again. A second down. Derrick, I mean, shout out our lads. Like every run it's been tough sledding for them. We're except for that one where Joey Porter got the face mask. We've gap contained well. We've had bodies to fill holes. Pause. So 3rd and 3, that's a badass jacket our coaches have. There's a jacket and then there's also a hoodie. It's like a dark brown. Shit is clean. I want that. Oh, damn. Touch him, touch him, touch him. Okay. Oh, I see what he was trying to do. That's savvy from Patrick Peterson. So 3rd and 3, we have a zone coverage. DeAndre Hopkins basically just flares out into the flat and find him easy first down conversion for him, but he falls down. Uh, and so I'm over here waiting on Patrick Peterson, who's our closest defender, to go touch him down, but he doesn't. And it's because he was waiting for almost DeAndre to like get up because it's like, oh, I'm not down. I'm gonna go make a play. And but it's because Patrick Peterson trying to peanut punch it out. It looked like he was waiting for DeAndre to be like, oh, I'm not down. I get up, and then now he's not down, and I can fumble it. And then even he when he punched it, the ball had come out of his arm, and DeAndre trapped it on his other thigh. Oh, we're showing blitz. Are we sending them? 1st and 10. They're right outside our Steelers red zone, 25. They run it to Deion. Ooh, fucking Derrick Henry. Sorry, I can't. Ooh, that's uh, that was It was almost like we expected a pass. They handed the ball off. I don't know if it was a draw. Is that a no? Um, Great footwork and vision from Derrick Henry. He has to kind of like go right and then hard left. Unbelievable footwork. Good tackle in the end by KZ, who's having to fill in for Minka. I know everyone has injuries, but man, that touchdown that they had last week, the Jaguars, where it's just over Casey's head, it's hard not to think that Minka doesn't allow himself to get that sunk. Good tackle. They run the ball 1st and goal. Derrick Henry, he does get a good 3-4 yards, but for a second, it looked like it was about to be a touchdown. Don't love this. 9 plays, 70 yards. They're moving at will. It's a bummer we haven't had our full strength defense. Get Cam back, lose Minka. All right, ball up, hold them to another field goal. That'd be huge. They play action, roll out Will to the left. TJ, ooh, good help defense there. Play action, they roll out Will to the right. TJ's one on one with him in open space, and ultimately TJ tackle brings him down, but it was 54 who I'm forgetting who helped tackle him. All right, 3rd and goal. They got a stacked formation. We got a big man as like an extra fullback. We stop. No, guy, he's so strong. We actually not only hit him in the legs initially, like right at the line of scrimmage, a good yard and a half away from the goal line. And then we also eventually get a body on his upper half when he's about a yard from the goal line, and then he stretches out. He's a beast. He's a beast. And Derrick Henry ultimately, literally, figuratively carried the final 40-ish yards for the Titans there. But you got to shout out Will Levis on 3rd and 13 earlier in the drive. Steelers get eventually two rushers at Will Levis. One, Will lets like slide by him. Will just kind of like rolls by him. And then as he's getting hit by a second, he throws it 3rd and 13. Little outbreaking route that gets open in Steelers zone coverage. They convert the first down. They also had a 3rd and 3. This one was just kind of more routine. I think they sent DeAndre Hopkins from right to left in motion and just found him in the flats. He stumbled. That was the play. Patrick tried to wait for him to stand up, peanut punch it out. But that 3rd and 13 from Will was clean. Again, pass rusher here. He kind of just whoop and then throws a good ball on near the sideline. And then there were a couple other ones that weren't as like crucial, but he kind of still had to be strong in the pocket, knowing he was going to get hit as he delivered the ball. It is halftime. It's a timeout. 11 plays, 73 yards. So these are crucial. Our offense has to be thinking our defense was just on the field for 11 plays, 6.5 minutes. If we don't go score points, we at least need a first down or two to give them a rest. If we can think, we need to keep the ball until the 2-minute warning. Keep the ball until the 2-minute warning. Give our defense a rest, regardless of what happens. Especially since they get the ball to start the second half. Got to get a first down, if not two. Give our defense a rest. I actually want to start timing this. So I've already missed it. They've kicked a field goal. We've been in a timeout break. Let's call it 9:20 Eastern. 9:20 Eastern. It's been 2 minutes since they scored that touchdown. It's fair to say. Probably a little longer, but we'll call it 2. We'll say 9:20. See if somebody has that Will Levis 3rd and 13. This was that play. Hold on. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Dime. Sorry, it's stuttery. I got a lot going on this computer. But again, a immediate win by that pass rusher gets him. Just it's like I'm not trying to be premature saying Tom Brady. I'm just saying one thing that people don't give credit for about Tom's mobility, or you think of Aaron Rodgers was actually like could scramble and stuff, but Tom Brady moved plenty. He was so good at just shuffle, slide here, a step here. It's not always the full stepping up in the pocket. Sometimes it's not as easy as that. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I think I'm about to have a little pocket right there. Let me just get to that spot, and then I know I'll have a platform. And so, anyways, it's just savvy to dodge the first one, and then knows he's going to get hit for the second one as he's kind of like lifting his foot up. This is a dime. Like, this is elite quarterback play. Sidesteps the first, almost preemptively lifts his leg, knowing that that's, you know what I mean? Knows he's going to get hit. 3rd and 13. Unbelievable play by Will Levis. Excuse me. All right, come on, offense. It looks like we've already gotten the first down. Sorry. Wow. While I'm watching that. All right, we're throwing a screen to Deontay Johnson, 2nd and 2. He gets the first down and then some. Oh, sorry, that's a hard landing from Kenny Pickett. I should. All right, sorry, I've been a couple things came up. Jalen Warren, 1st and 10, Steelers. Let's go, great run. I thank you. What did I mean? I think it was aided by that roughing the passer just then too, but we got a first down, which is what I wanted at a minimum. It's a long game. Give our defense a rest. Um, they've been having to play essentially an extra quarter and a half worth of football each game. Good blocking too by George Pickens on the perimeter there, and not to hold gets square. Really good play. Um, Great drive. Kenny does look like he's got a little bit of a gimp, which you hate to see, but that was a huge like that play. That was a pass interference. I mean, he got swallowed. I'm not even saying it's necessarily a right. Like it was a roughing the passer, but it looked like, you know what I mean. Like things, it could look bad. It could be him getting swallowed and not be a penalty. Wait, they just said, I mentioned the thing about Canada being on the ground. They just said in the commentary that this is the first time in his entire coaching career That seems nutty. Seems nutty, nutty. Like in college, even when he was at Maryland, he didn't go up in the booth once. I mean, go on the field. That's that is it honestly explains so much. I'm not even saying one is inherently better than the other one in terms when it comes to being an offensive play caller. But as a coach, I talked about it earlier this stream, there's that certain element of like just feeling the pulse of your team, the confidence, seeing people like face to face. 4th and 2, late in the game. Nowadays you have analytics tell you to go for it, tell you to not go for it. Certain situations, I would like to know that information so I can factor it in. But at the end of the day, if I'm a coach and let's say fourth, it's a big fourth down, crucial field position, crucial time in the game, score. Let's say a TV timeout comes, call or we call time, whatever. My team's able to come over to the sideline, and I'm a coach. Part of it is asking them first, what do y'all want to do? Well, what would y'all prefer to do? And then you know what I mean? Like that, there's a certain tangible thing that I feel like being on the sideline, at least some in your coaching career, every other game, whatever, to just get that instinct, see in their eyes that like they're confident, like let's go for it, or our defense is playing well. You know what I mean? Some dudes just don't have it that certain day, but I'm loving, dude. Look at us go. We have we're probably gonna break. I don't want to jinx it, but we might break 300. I definitely don't want to jinx it. We're only at 140. But that is awesome. Yeah, this rate a 300-yard game would also be super fire of total offense. Second and goal, we throw. Oh, ball comes out eventually. Um, that one felt a little weird. I like that we target Pickens at the goal line. Um, I need to see a replay of it. I think Kenny Pickett maybe the ball placement could have been a little bit better. And those are one of those where ball placement really like, and ball placement people are like, oh, accurate ball. And no. Ball placement can be like upper here versus here versus here versus, or oh, like shaping it so they catch it over their shoulder versus needing to frame. You know what I mean? Like all of that affects, and that's why, when receivers and quarterbacks can work with each other for a while, it's not just about giving each other the head fake and knowing that like, oh, this is how we're going to beat this coverage, screw what the play is, we just, we know. There's also just the um this is how he delivers the ball on this type of like route tree, right? This is how he looks to frame it. This is the window he sees. Because sometimes a receiver can be like, oh, I want it like this, and then the quarterbacks might like that. It's tougher to frame that throw that way because of the windows and whatnot. So, um, yeah. Anywho, I was mainly going on that because there was no play happening. Oh, we had no, nice. We get flagged. Too many men in the huddle. And no, shout out Najee for being the one who realizes it. Darnell Washington comes in. I'm not blaming him, obviously. He was probably told to come in. But Najee looks and goes, and he almost like duck, duck, goose starts running around the circle of our offense in that huddle, like one, two, three, like, and then we got too many. That was funny. Touchdown? Did it skip? Please tell me it didn't skip. Back judge says it skipped. Kenny, that could be a better ball. So we have a 3rd and goal there. Line holds up well. Kenny's able to get to the end of his drop and then eventually step into his throw, and it looks like he just skipped it off the deck. Now, again, some well, first off, he has what's his name in the middle. They're showing the replay now. I know backseat quarterback and whatnot, but um, it's almost like we had 2 posts there from the right bunch of receivers, 2 posts. Middle one looked there, belly hit him in the belly, carry it in. Allen Robinson on the deeper one, the like further layered one, is also there eventually. Maybe Kenny is throwing it, and I just was talking about ball placement. Sometimes maybe I am obviously throwing him a bone here because I like to think that wasn't just a pure arm strength thing. Maybe his ribs are still sore, so he really can't deliver those balls. I mean, he can do a lot of the other throws, but that particular one could. Let's assume that it wasn't an arm strength thing. That's a ball. Sometimes the ball placement is I don't like that's a protecting your receiver, right? Like he's making that uh, deeper post. If you throw it up and where he catches it up, you leave him. Not only is that susceptible for the it to be broken up, so it's incomplete, but you also don't want it to be a hospital ball for your receiver. And so he's trying to throw it to the receiver can catch it safely. But again, I think I'm giving him too much of the benefit of the doubt. Could be a combination of both. It could be he definitely wanted to throw it a little lower so Allen Robinson doesn't get his head taken off and he can catch it safely. But the ribs, man, he didn't get enough on that. I wonder if the idea was right and he didn't execute it. I also think he could have went to it looked like Connor Hayward on that earlier layered one. I want that Will Levis play was I mean, again, it's not just the step, it's that lifting of the leg, throwing it kind of off one foot, then gets hit in the yums, not in the yums, but like for a quarterback, that sweet spot. It just looked like I was rubbing myself, touching myself. All right, since I don't have the chat up right now, we'll go Gamecast. Bigger. Bigger. Gamecast. No, you got the Dreamcast and you got a GameCube. Man, I said I got the Gamecast. I think Will Mayonnaise, Will Will Levis got a sponsorship with one of the mayonnaise brands because it's gone viral about the him liking mayonnaise in his coffee. I've never even tried that. Care to? Mm. No. Good tea so far. Whoa, careful! Someone just came in like a fucking missile. Hmm. Oh man, I gotta do all that. Hold on. I'll do that later. I'm trying to make it. I was trying to set up a different chat one than the one I already had. That way I can change the dimensions easier. But then I'd also have to redo the properties. It becomes a whole thing. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna do this later. Width 1200, height 400. Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't know if I need that much width though. So that's what she said. What if is that another one? Sorry, I missed. I'm just seeing the replay. What a throw! Did that get completed? What a throw by Will Levis. Not only was that with great anticipation, um, it needed great like arm talent, both in terms of distance and like flight. All right, they have a 1st and 10 on our 40. We don't love that. Moving right down the field. Um, oh, come on, pass rush. Damn. I mean, when our pass rush does, when the Steelers pass rush doesn't get there, they're the problems on the back end that were there when Minka was healthy, even more so now. Patrick Peterson just got cooked. Couldn't stay with him. Didn't have good leverage. Um, and another great throw. It's good. It's just great pocket awareness. That's what I keep taking away from some of this. Will Levis is the right there. He just that subtle shift up and then throw. Whoa, whoa, that should be offensive pass interference. Oh, we want it bad. No, oh, see, I know that this is an offensive favored league and roughing the passers happen and stuff like that, but how is that not an offensive pass interference on DeAndre Hopkins right there? 1st and 10, the Titans, like, he literally. Look, oh my God! Red, like so. First off, Joey Porter Jr. is immediately asking for it, but KZ comes running halfway across the field asking for it. The thing is, Joey Porter Jr. is in fantastic position. The ball is in the air. Joey Porter Jr. actually has a chance to then go and be the wide receiver and potentially get that interception. DeAndre Hopkins realizes this. That would have been completed if that guy didn't lose his footing. 2nd and 10 right there. Pass protection holds up. Levis throws a touch ball nearish that right pylon, and the dude backpedaling loses his footing. But on the play before that, that should be an offensive pass interference. I know that this, if we favor offense, but Joey Porter Jr. dominated that duel, and Levis threw the ball. The ball. Joey Porter Jr. is now the person more primed to go make a play on that ball. DeAndre Hopkins realizes this, and literally you see him like almost see that and go and grab him. It literally is like him go, and then Joey Porter Jr.'s jersey goes like this. He asked for it. I even think so. Right now, during that timeout, they showed DeAndre Hopkins and Will Levis talking to each other. You know, it's like classic dapping. I got you. I got you. Like or like. But then at one moment, it looked like DeAndre said, "I got you," and I think it was talking about the play where he's like, "That could have been an interception." Yeah, I know. I grabbed him. Good job. Hell, great job by our defense. They moved down the field quickly, and then we bowed up, bend but don't break, made them settle for a field goal. That's twice they've gotten in the red zone, and we've held them to a field goal. That's huge. Um, uh, and we're about to go to half. But some of these, like I wish Minka was healthy, and then B, how is that not an offensive pass interference? That maybe potentially takes him out of field goal range, but maybe not. Maybe not. I might be tripping. Um, ooh, sports. All right, let me figure out that. Put the filter back on it. Whoa. I'm gonna see it if it's really long. Does it? Okay. I will say that's one thing about using Streamlabs over OBS. Like right now, I'm using OBS because of the audio, music stuff. But one thing that Streamlabs made it easier to do was their widgets to have like chat logs and stuff. I don't remember what I did. Hmm. Huh. So we want to make it opaque so you can see stuff behind it. Okay, see, that's what we want. Like even though it's over it, you can still see it. But we need it visible, like legible. That should do it. Hmm. We are at halftime, so now's as good a time as any to do this kind of stuff, to be honest. Right now we're at half, and they're showing some highlights of Will Levis. They're shouting out the one that your boy shouted out. Which, by the way, I don't remember the commentators at the time. making much about that throw, how brilliant his footwork was, his pocket awareness, the whole nine. Um, and so now they're shouting it out in a package, and he's like threw it off his back foot. That's not even true. He threw it off his front foot. They just quickly looked at it and was like, oh, and again, they're the ones getting paid millions. Um, he didn't throw it off his back foot. He actually lifted his back foot because he felt the pass rusher go at his foot there and threw it essentially one legged, one hop this time. Fitzpatrick's talking about Kenny Pickett. Yeah, missed the third and they're not even going to probably show some of them. Oh, I missed that one. He overthrew Deontay Johnson on that one, but he on the Pickett one. I mean the Pickens one, yeah, but the play before that, I didn't like the what's it called? The him taking forever to recognize that, like, that's the play I want to go back and look, and you'll see that moment where ball should be out. Boom, rolled out, boom, hit him. And it's pump fake and then throw it at his knee. Can I? I wonder if I can make a highlight from my stream midstream. Where was that Will Levis one? I'm trying to go and find the spot in the stream where I showed the Will Levis split like highlight. There's like, did Twitch go back and like remove it from a video source? We almost have a pick. Okay, A, you can indeed make a highlight midstream. That's what I was just doing during halftime there. Um, um, so we have Steelers have the ball. The Titans had it initially. Um, Steelers defense forces a punt. Ooh, Najee Harris over the top there. Uh, when I did, I is because for a second I thought Patrick Peterson was about to have a chance to have a pick six, but ball kind of sailed, so he did well to even get a hand on it. I wish you could make polls last longer in this game or on Twitch. All right, 2nd and 7. Calvin Austin in motion. What I was gonna say, oh, great running, Najee. That's Najee at his prime. Runs like he looks like he has jeans on. That was great footwork from Najee there. People need to remember for a while last year he was suffering from that like LaFranc injury. That was a great run from the Steelers there. Great blocking up front. Um, Huge block by someone. I mean, they had to literally take. Maybe it's. I don't know. I don't think it's a hold. It looked like they just doled to the ground. But great footwork in the hole by Najee, and then like a cut at that middle level, not necessarily second level yet. Ooh. One thing I was gonna say though is after the punt return, I feel like coaches should be more aware. He stepped out. Like Calvin Austin, punt returner, takes a big hit on the punt return, like big one. And I mean, sure, he might say he's 100% fine, but the idea of targeting them within a couple plays after that seems a bit silly, especially when he's should Calvin Austin should be the at highest third option. No, fourth, the highest fourth option in terms of who should get the ball on any given play. So, anyways, we Jalen Warren now 2nd and 3. We get nothing. We try to actually like show that was we try to get cheeky there. What the irony of that is like for the last couple of weeks, the conversation's been get Jalen Warren the ball more. We run better. We pull off more chunks when Jalen Warren gets the ball. Love Najee. It'll come around, but let's get Warren the ball. On there, it's like, dude, after Najee had just had that run, let him get the ball. Feed them while they're hot. Feed them while they're hot. All right, 3rd and 2. 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Steelers snap the ball quickly. Kenny rolls out. Well done. Good catch by Najee. That's what I talk about ball placement. Not great. Good play design, too. We line up, roll Kenny out, throw it to Najee on the flat. But given that type of play where you want your guy to just catch it safely, securely, and be able to just catch it and go down, you're just trying to get the first down. It's like that's the whole play. You wouldn't like to see your quarterback make the target have to lift their hands anywhere above their like jaw, right? That exposes their ribs and makes it tougher to like catch and secure. So great snag by Najee because that was roped in there. Good foot. That's all right, boys. 1st and 10, pass play. Actually, good play from Pickett there. Nothing's open. He shows good footwork and pocket awareness to kind of like bounce around in the pocket. He goes through his progressions, eventually moving from left to right, choosing to dump it down to Najee, which was the right choice in that moment. Najee catches the ball. If he just catches it and falls forward, just literally catches and is just height, it's like a 3 yard gain. But he's likely to get at least five ish. And he takes his eyes off the ball. He's trying to run before he's caught it, and it's funny because I was literally in the process of shouting out his catching from the 3rd down conversion. Tough running from Jalen Warren to get maybe 3 yards. Um, yeah, he freaking plucks the one on 3rd down, and then there he blip 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 blip. Broderick Jones, they're showing on the sideline. 3rd and 8 here. Oh, not on the sidelines. Is he playing right tackle? Damn, Broderick Jones, rookie, left tackle, being asked to play right tackle. Oh, no. Ooh. 3rd and 8. Oh, flag on the play. 3rd and 8. Pass play. Line holds up well. Eventually, someone does get free and gets pressured. Terrell Edmonds, I believe, former Steeler. Kenny eventually attempts a tough ball. Almost felt like he roped it in there, but it was broken up. Legal contact downfield, I think. Steelers should get a 1st down there. I think that's illegal contact, so I think that's a 5 yarder, but automatic 1st down. Needed it. Love it. Molding. He's more like molding, am I right? I mean, it is past 5 yards. He does well and truly get, I mean, two different moments, but he puts his hand on Connor's chest and kind of, it's six, both with 6 penalties for 50 yards. That doesn't obviously tell any of the story. Sometimes it could be like one team could have more penalty yardage, but the other one could be like that. It's only a 5 yarder, but it's an automatic 1st down. So from a Tennessee standpoint, while it looks even Stevens, and I'm not saying overall the game is more favorable to either team. I'm just saying on that one, um, if you're a Titans fan, you're like, that's only a 5 yarder, but it's a free 1st down on a 3rd and 8 instead of them Steelers punting it. They're likely, hopefully, to get good play, great decision. That's what we want to see more of. Big Darnell, baby, as a Georgia dog. We want to see Darnell get the rock. That was a good play from Canada and everyone involved. Play action. Kenny rolls to his right. Big Darnell Washington, the Big O as he was called at Georgia because he wore the number 0. I like that's great route design. It looked like Darnell, I think, was on the line of scrimmage, and Allen Robinson is actually like as a tight end, but off the line of scrimmage. He runs a deep route, like a deep corner, to expand the coverage, leaving that space there for Darnell Washington to run into. Boom. Kenny delivers a good ball. That time the placement isn't making him pluck it out of the air. Real great 1st down. Making a marker. That's when I do that, I'm making like a stream marker to go back and make it easier to highlight stuff later. We're at time commercial break right now. Oh, my neck. Still a commercial break. Although we are on the verge of coming back from it. I had a chat. In fairness, it's like, I know I'm not interacting with stream, but I don't have a chat. If I did, I would do more to talk to them. First and 10, we throw it to Najee in the left. Ooh, takes a 10 5 Titans to eventually tackle him. Wow, that's a badass saying. That sounds really sick when you can say that. All right, 2nd and 7. We do a jet sweep to Calvin Austin. We get yardage. Good yardage, too. Fuck, F yeah. Shit. But see, like, so I know it's like it became almost a running joke. The jet sweep, get stuff. The jet sweep, get stuff, get 1 yard. And then, like, going back to last week, the last two, great block by George Pickens. And the best part is in, like, that's one of those where I think the game's evolved. Like how the game is involved is for the better. That is a perfect example on that play right there, the jet sweep. George Pickens, a brilliant block to truly. So one of the defensive backs for the Titans, I guess, like recognizes it and he fires like a missile. He would have had a legit chance to tackle Calvin Austin for a loss there. So brilliant block from George Pickens. But what's dope is in the past, George Pickens could have blown up that defensive back, right? Like truly hurt, like you know what I mean? Like it could have. It's one of those. That's the perfect way. Is it still physical? Yes. Is it still need like you have to have a fucking certain will to even want to engage in that like George Pickens? Yes. Is it even violent? Yes. But is it like unnecessarily dangerous to somebody's potential life? No. And that's the perfect evolution right there. Is like you still want to block it, you still square the dude up, but you don't do it in a technique that puts your both of your like ability to ever walk again at risk, right? I love that. So Steelers 3rd and 3. Last two plays have been a swing. One was a swing out to Jalen Warren, who did well to pick up. He basically caught at the line of scrimmage and gained 7 yards. Time of possession this quarter, 8 minutes. What This is phenomenal. Matt Canada, you need to be on the sideline. I'm actually shocked. Oh, Pickens, let's go! Please tell me he got the second foot down. I think he did. No one judged Pickens in his footwork. I'd be really shocked if he didn't get the second one down. But let 14 play, 87-yard, 8-minute drive. Matt Canada, you God. We need to build this man a tent on like a luxurious camping tent on the sideline because he needs to be on the sideline he didn't get it. I called he didn't get it. I You heard the doubt in my mind because I knew that first foot he essentially gets 3 feet down, but the first one doesn't count because he doesn't have it secure yet. And you heard the doubt, but I also said I don't want to doubt him because he's like he had a brilliant toe tap on the sideline for a huge third down conversion last week in our game. And it was one of those where it was like huge, brilliant toe tap. We had no room and he gets them both down. unbelievable. Um, and so I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but he didn't get it. That big ass foot of his. You heard the doubt. But I'm shocked. I knew that he, like, when it was talked about, like, in the pregame, that he was going to be on the sideline. I was like, hey, yes, I talk about that all the time, not just with Canada, but the concept of being on the sideline, feeling and seeing things. Coaches talk about it all the time. So it wasn't a touchdown, field goal, Boswell. It's good. Um, and I knew I couldn't think of a time where he's ever done it for us, but I am shocked to find out that he never done it even in college. Just it was lazy by Pickens. That's on him. He takes that huge. I mean, again, if you really want to nitpick it, does Kenny's throw him a little bit too? It shade him. Does it shade him a little bit too much? The sideline. Sure. I mean, you could throw a ball where Kenny, like, George, isn't having to do this and toe tap it. Yes, but like it's one of those things where it's hard to, like, want to stress the absolute finest of inches there, and, like, you know um when it's a receiver who we all know that shouldn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter, and that he would say himself and want us all to know that it shouldn't matter with him. That's my only thing. It's like, ugh. But I like, yeah, it could have been like a better ball. It's there. The route design, where it's shaped, so there's still a lot of end zone to play with. They talk about that all the time. In practices, offenses often have a red line, and they use it. They put the red line a couple feet from the sideline, and receivers are supposed to run their routes, the stems and stuff. Um, or they run their routes along the red line. That way, when they get to the stem of their route, they're they're like, it's almost like laser drilled into their mind that this is where they're at. So you leave the quarterback room to throw the football on the outside. So that play, tons of end zone to work with. Kenny could have, like, again, a better ball. Pickens isn't needing to not only make it over the shoulder, but do that toe tap. But Pickens is good enough to do it, and that wasn't so bad of a ball. Like, it was that second foot. I almost think he maybe thought that the first foot of the three would count, so he knew the second was clean, and then he didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, worry about tighten up, for the pun intended. Um, for the third foot, which would have been the second and the one that mattered. Dude, Derrick Henry finishing that run when third down when we have two people on him and bringing him down. He's an animal. See, and this is what helps Canada on the sideline with the tablet, going over what they see. And hopefully he's saying, like, because the wide receivers weren't there. It was Trubisky, Kenny, and Canada. Um, that can and that Canada is saying with no receivers around, so he's not saying it fake or, like, just to say it to appease the receivers. He truly means it. Is, Kenny, you could throw a better ball there, makes him not have to do that, but Pickens it shouldn't matter. Yeah, like, and I felt it. Your boy called that live. I was like, did he get it in? I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's George Pickens, but come on, TJ. It's 13-13 game. Let's make sure the wish I had a chat. Wish I had a chat. Man, I wish there were people to just talk to. Like, when I say that, and there's people like, yeah, or like, I just want to chat, like, 100% on Pickens, or people are like, you're dumb, don't give, like, it's all Pickens, or it's all Pickett, or just want someone to be like, stop glazing, your mic sucks. Injury for Titans. Hopefully that's not too serious. They just show, man, dude. It's so, dude. Those moments are so tough. So it's like a running play, and basically the left tackle for the Titans is blocking, and he's kind of like going with the run is to the right. So the left tackle is not even really in the mesh, so to speak. But one of the Steelers players in and them tackling Derrick Henry, there and like Derrick Henry's strength, that Steelers player's lower part of their body like kind of like slung into the side of that tackle, like not completely accidental, like super not malicious. Play action from the Titans. Alex Highsmith gets pressure. If that's incomplete, that's all on Highsmith. So first off, we love to see how much Joey Porter Jr. rookie has been matched up with DeAndre Hopkins a good bit. And he's done really well. I mean, hell, there's even that play where DeAndre Hopkins had the offensive pass interference. Great pressure from Alex Highsmith. DeAndre Hopkins did not catch it. Um, but yeah, the DeAndre Hopkins on Joey Porter Jr. Alex Highsmith with good pressure that kind of like rushes the throw, rushes everything. And then Joey Porter Jr. great to stay with him, even kind of competed for the little catch at the end. I feel like my mic is super loud. Oh, we're pressuring him again. He's just gonna throw it away. Hopefully that's a holding. Um, right there it was third down for the Titans. Oh my gosh, what are they saying? What do they call? Another illegal contact on Patrick Peterson. Where? Oh yeah, he's still holding them after 5 yards. They both like lock up with each other, and the receiver runs down the field, and then Pat never lets go. Dude, the veteran with two. I'm so thankful that Joey Porter Jr. is getting meaningful reps, lots of them. He's looked so good. Oh, Derrick Henry, good tackle, big tackle. That could have KZ. Great footwork and good blocking from the Titans. You hate to see it from a Steelers fans' perspective, but good blocking and footwork from Derrick Henry means he's getting at least 8 or 10. But for a moment there, it opened up like knowing Derrick Henry, he could have taken that to the crib. Huge. I don't want to call it a shoestring, but like lunging foot tackle by KZ to bring the big man down. Say stopping a could have been a much bigger play. First and 10, they're at almost near midfield. Will Levis is in the shotgun. Three to his left. Oh, that looked like a false start. They didn't call. He will get 7 yards. Looked like the right guard lifted his head up, but 13-13 ball game. 4 minutes to go. Second and 4. Oh, that look, dude. I hate this. Oh, Smith doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. All right, Derrick Henry's running down the sideline. Please. So first off, I'm not trying to sound like that person on every play, but again, and I know that that theme of the year has been tackles going early, like getting a head start. Started with the in the opening game of the year, Lions versus Chiefs, Thursday night football, the right tackle for the Chiefs. But looked like the left tackle got a little head start, but what didn't matter. How Alex Highsmith still beat him. He's been incredible. All the talk is on TJ, rightfully. TJ's a god amongst men. Highsmith has been the better of has been also incredible this year, and he's been far better of the two. I know TJ has a sack, but there's been several. How many times have I shouted out Highsmith? Well, TJ involved in that tackle there gets his hands on Derek's feet. But there's probably been 4, 5, 6 times I've shouted out Highsmith for getting pressure on the Will. He doesn't get a sack, but he pressures him, which and it well and truly affects the throw, ultimately causing an incompletion. Just this drive on the one to DeAndre Hopkins, where Joey Porter Jr. is on him. 2nd and 9, 2 minutes to go. Derrick Henry will not be on the field in this one. Terrible towels, baby. I really need to work on my background and stuff in this scene, but we go on. Will Levis in the shotgun, 2nd and 9. He's got 2 receivers to his right, stacked. Running back to his left in the backfield. We're bringing the blitz. There's a free man. Well, dude, that's the stuff that's if you're a Titans fan, you got to be excited about Will Levis right there. I mean, second career start in the NFL on a 4-day, really 3-day break, a week. He first off recognizes something where he goes up, gets in the shotgun, recognizes something, actually calls out probably a protection thing to his line. For I don't know if it's for the better or worse, because ultimately Steelers still get a blitzer completely free. He starts getting in, and Will Levis recognizes immediately. Boom, gets the ball, sees it, ball out of his hand to the blitz beater there. Oh, we're all over it. Big loss here. 3rd and 7. Let's go D. Don't slam. Don't ref. It's Cameron Hayward's first game back in 2 months. Please don't flag him for that. He just wants to get involved. 4th down, that's a big stop. Might have actually taken him out of field goal. I don't know if they ever got in field goal range, but they're probably not now. They call a screen, and we have 2 players that are sniff it out, as they say. I mean, in the modern day game, if I hate to say, I'm surprised they didn't flag Cam Hayward there. Would millions have feeling oh, the game's dead, soft? Sure. But was that a bit excessive from Cam Hayward? I mean, absolutely. But again, is excessive in the standard of today. You don't really need to freaking sling with your weight on, sling him with your weight. But he hasn't played football in a month and a half, 2 months. Now, of course, that doesn't excuse shit if that player would have gotten hurt. Could I? This is what you get. Another good job of the defense bending but not breaking. This time they didn't get fully in the red zone, but they got down to about 25, holding to a field goal. They were still in field goal range. Again, you got to shout out Will Levis. They don't get a first down there, but his understanding of seeing that and then seeing that blitzer, getting the ball out of his hand quickly. Uh, Steelers defensive back even realized he's not going to get there, so he puts his hands up. Will Levis changes his arm angle a little bit. Three of our five drives have been sustained. I that alone, I'm like stoked for. We still only have 13 points, but you can say it's all from our offense. Whereas previously, like let's say, obviously we've scored defensive touchdowns and stuff, so that is added directly to our points. But even some of the other ones that would have been attributed to our offense, like a field goal, would have really been because of our defense getting a turnover and starting us with great field position, or the defense and special teams playing complementary football and like field positioning eventually getting us there. Um, Whereas tonight, the all 13's from the offense, but still only 13. 15 play drive. Love to see that. Had to settle for a field goal. Don't love that, but better than 3 and outs. I do think I'm probably gonna call it there. I'm a bit drained. I know there's still a lot of game left, but whole fourth quarter, 3 point game. But was this the play earlier? No, no, no. It was more recently. Like this was where I was like, oh, oh. Play action. Highsmith. This was the I like. Okay, I was like the tackle felt like he went early again. You tell me. Again, I know that's been the theme of the year, but at least I know that I'm not being like, oh, look, you know what I mean? Like I saw it and it's there. That left tackle. He sees Highsmith shift and he gets nervous. Look at Highsmith slide along the line. Boom. That's a half a stride out early. And then this didn't matter. Highsmith still all over him. Shout out Will for somehow like even getting this in Derrick Henry's will like area. He's got Highsmith mounting him. Surely he would see that, and yet still delivers a catchable ball. And like, yeah, the part of like he had to kind of even like make it a little tougher of a catch for Derrick to do that. That. Still probably shouldn't have needed to catch it on the bobble, but great concentration from the phenom. And then once he gets running like that, is there a scarier back in NFL history when they're like get ahead of steam in the open field? Um, but yeah, like another great play from Will Levis. I'm brilliant from Highsmith. Ball start not called. Tackles get to go early this season. It's the year of the early. Boom, all over him. What a play! Fact he even sees him amongst all that is nutty. Oh, Deontay Johnson, baby. Great throw by Kenny there. Just saw the replay. That needed every bit of arm strength a quarterback has. If it's too flat, it's a pick six. If it's not good enough. It's broken, but it's not flat. It's broken up. He beats the freaking outstretched arms of the defensive back and gets it there to DJ for the first down. Good running from Warren. Strong. Has like a collision that he has to lower the boom on about 3-4 yards deep. Eventually gets like 7-8. That says Pickett to Deontay Johnson to the left for 9 yards. Does not describe how freaking from basically the right hash to the far left sideline, Kenny has to deliver a rope. So again, like the arm strength can be there. That's what makes that missed throw to Allen Robinson earlier in the end zone a little, or yeah. Oh, dangerous. Careful. Is oof. All right. So Steelers second down there. Looks like we're throwing a screen to Pickens. He only has one blocker over there. I talk about ball placement. It's a little thing. Like yes, well within Pickens's catch radius and like right here, but it's like you have to make him go up a little bit. He's not he's probably worried about, oh, there goes my ribs. I'm catching a screen and I'm having to do that. But the more relevant thing on a screen is when you do that, you're not able to really get any momentum upfield, which you want to boom and go. All right, Steelers 3rd and 7. They're sending Pickens in motion from left to right. He gets settled. Not a great snap. Kenny has to reach down and he just throws it to the sideline. I've noticed a couple times, I think like 3 out of our last 8 passing plays, give or take, it looks like the snap from center hasn't been great. Kenny, they haven't been so bad that it excuses the play being completely like dead. No, but it's one of those that's 3 of the last like 7-ish. Kenny has had to stoop down. And again, that doesn't blow up a play like a truly bad snap that goes over the head or whatever of your quarterback. But oh, great punt. Well, they'll have the ball at the what's the flag? So if it's on the Titans, Steelers will have them pinned around the 8. Great punt from Harvin. Probably should have been fielded by the return man for Titan. He should have called a fair catch. Um, but so like obviously a bad snap you think of over the head or it's basically you're like, oh shit, let's hope this isn't recovered as a fumble. That's a truly bad snap, right? But they can also be like those where they're still caught by the quarterback and he's able, but it's just one of those things when they have to like reach down, their eye line is now altered for the like it's plays are like that. They're NFL play passing play is 2.5 to like depending on the quarterback, Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson or something it can make them go past 7 seconds. But 2.5 to 7 seconds. Um, Average play is probably like 3.5, 4 seconds long, right? So even having to look down for 1 second, that's a quarter of the play. That's your look down. And then when you think realistically everything's moving so fast, by the time you've lifted your eyes again, you then need like a half second to kind of like you have everything pre snap. Snap comes, you have to look down. You almost have to like then you lose a half second adjusting to what is now on in your. So anyways, even like a bad snap at the shin that's caught, it's essentially like you ruin about a second and a half of a 4-second play of your quarterback being able to see.